Hi everyone, welcome to a new project. We are making a mini album using a beautiful Lucky Star from Fern Studios. And I did a haul showing this collection as well as passages also from Fern Studios. And I had no idea which one I wanted to start with, so I did a poll and you guys chose Lucky Star. So that's what we're going to do. I have got one of the 8x8 and two of the 12x12. And I have the, what do they call these? Journal cards and the ephemera. And I have to tell you, I really struggled with what to use for my cardstock with this one. Navy didn't work, black didn't work, because a lot of the papers are quite dark on the edges and I wasn't seeing the contrast that I like. I tried a cream color. That was okay, but not perfect. And what I actually ended up with is Craft. Now, I'll probably do some double matting with some other colors, but the base is going to be Craft. So let me go ahead and get this out of the way, because you will have known that by now, because you'll see the walkthrough that I will record when I'm done. And so we are doing a horizontal album, which I've not done in a while. And there is a cutting guide down below. You'll need 4 pages. I'm just looking at my notes off to the side here. The pages are 8.5 by 6.5. So you're going to have base pages 4 that are 8.5 by 6.5, 4 that are 8.5 by 7.5. They are joined here, and your tube goes like this because they're horizontal. Okay, so we have 4 of those. And let me set this aside somewhere. I have stuff going everywhere because for a while there it looked like Passages was going to win the poll, and I lost my train of thought. Passages was going to win the poll, and so I designed an album for Passages and actually cut out the pieces and everything, but then Lucky Star overtook the poll, so those pieces are off to the side ready to go next. But for now, we are going to start here. So what we've got for page 1 is our base. We have a piece 6.5 by 4. We have a piece 6.5 by 6. And we have a piece 6.5 by 8. So what we're going to do here is kind of a slightly modified waterfall. Okay. And we're going to put this piece down first, so that you really can't see the other waterfall pieces behind it. And then we're going to open it this way, and we're going to have, hang on, the 4, and then the 6, kind of like that. So these 2 pieces are going to look a little more traditional with the shorter one on top, but then this one is going to cover the whole situation. I just want to make sure I've got that where it needs to be. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're going to start. Now, if you want, you could, and you know, maybe I do want to do it that way. Hang on, I'm rethinking what I was going to do. We could do it so that you open up. Yeah, I think I will. It'll be kind of like a surprise. I'm going to do them in order, starting with the largest to the smallest. So I've scored at a 1/2 inch. This is my 8. Scored at a 1/2 inch. Folded, burnished, added my tape. Did that to all of these. And let me grab a tool because I've been wrecking my nails trying to get tape off. Although it doesn't really matter. I've started painting my house, so basically I'm wrecking my nails doing that anyway. So you just want to line this up with one of your corners, and you can see I only pulled a little bit of the tape off. This is going right down the end, and then pull that off, just like that. Oh my goodness, I put that on crooked. Well, we're not off to a good start, are we? Hang on. You can see it's hanging off down here. Okay, pay closer attention. think that end is fine. I just want to double check before I put this down again that I've got it straight. Yeah, okay. It's not really going to stick because it's not dry yet, but I'll just let it dry. Cap on. I use this in every project. Undo. I have no idea what it's made of, and I probably don't want to know, but it does the trick. It only works on tape, though. It won't work on glue. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. And then we're going to do the next size, which is 6.5, which is the height of the book, by 6 this way. Scored again at 1/2 inch and taped. And you want to line this up with the edge of the paper and the bottom of that tab from the previous one. And if you have to adjust it slightly, adjust it so that it's even here and here. Don't worry about up here because you're going to put some decorative matting and whatever, so if it's off a little, that's fine, but you want to make sure these edges are even. Okay, cool. Okay, and we might be able to do some interesting matting here. I think this is going to make a nice little reveal. Okay, and then we're going to do the same here. I'm going to line it up with the tab that you just put down and the edge of your page. And then make sure it's edge of the page up there. And there we go. Good. All right, and we are going to need a magnet. A couple of magnets, I think. Let's do 4, 2 and 2. All right, so let's see. They're going to stick to this, the upper mat and the base, and I want them out past this point, out past here, because we want to minimize the number of layers it's going through. I'm just measuring. If you haven't seen this ruler before, if you have trouble seeing or knowing your fractions of inches or centimeters, this thing is awesome. Okay, and as you all know, if you've been watching for a while, I don't see well, so it's a very big help to me. Okay, so what I just measured is I need to come in, and I just turned it upside down to make it easier. Here's my page. Here's the big flap. I have an 1.5 inches to work with, which is perfect. I'm going to put my magnets in about 3/4. I don't normally measure my magnets, but in this case I just want to make sure that I stay in the safe zone. We don't want the magnets to have to go through too many layers. They're strong, but you know, no point in making things more difficult than they need to be. And I don't think I mentioned when I started the video that this is a design project for Scrap and Create, and I joined their I don't know if it's a team. I don't know how many people they have doing this for them. I don't think it's too many. And I'm just having the best time. Julie and Daphne are so nice, and they have sent me so far such wonderful things to work with. But of course, that's all they really have in their stores, wonderful things. It's linked down below. And of course, you can support them and obviously me as well by getting your supplies there. And if you like Stamperia and Blue Fern, Graphic 45, they just have so much to choose from. I didn't do those very even, did I? Doesn't really matter. Okay, so then I need a scrap, of which I have tons. Now, when you're making this, because of the size, you're going to end up with quite a bit of leftover pieces of your craft. And I did try to use those to cut all these other pieces, although, you know, it wasn't 100%. You will have to cut quite a bit of paper because of the size, but it's not too bad. Like I said, I tried to use the bits that were left from cutting the bases to make the elements for the pages. I wonder if I should move that. I'm just wondering if I should move the magnets so they're more evenly spaced. I mean, it's not going to matter. Nobody's ever going to see them. It's just my OCD kicking in a little bit. Okay. Sorry if you can hear noise in the background. It's Saturday. I started off my morning giving my kitchen a good scrubbing, and all my cleaning cloths are in the washer and I can hear it. So I've been painting every morning this week before work, and things are coming along, but my hands are a mess. I am covered with paint. I think you can probably see it, but I'm happy with how it's looking. All right, so then okay. So what I did there is sometimes I just assume you know how to do stuff. I'm sorry. So I put the two magnets down. I put a scrap down. I added the two magnets with them stick to it for the other side. Put adhesive on those. Close the book so they would stick. And then this little scrap allowed me to separate them more easily. Perfect. And I'm just going to add a little tape on top of those. And I've got 2 pages that I have not yet decided exactly what I'm going to do. I want that. Of course, you'll know by now because you'll have seen it in the walkthrough, but I haven't decided yet. So I'm just going to do the ones that I have. So I think it'll be pretty quick. Page 1. Easy, right? Just like that. So at first glance, it looks like just a flap. You're going to open it up and be like, oh, there's a second flap. You'll open that up and there's a third flap. Okay. Page 2, super easy. You need a piece 9.5 by 3, and we're just going to put a pocket right down at the bottom of the page. So you're going to score one long side, 2 short sides, trim out the corners, fold and crease, and add your tape. Fold and burnish, I should say. And then double check it for fit. Mine, I think, looks pretty good. And then make sure that you have it right side up. So this is your spine. The page is going to turn like this, and the pocket is going to go down on the bottom. And I just lifted up some tape from the bottom of the sides and attached the bottom piece on top of those. That gives you a little more volume on the bottom and makes it easier to get things in and out of the pocket. Sorry about my nails, they are a hot mess. I painted my front door blue, that's what all that is. This one I just ripped up, I had to take it off. I was going to redo them, but tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and this is my Valentine's manicure, so I'm just going to live with it until tomorrow. There we go. Page 2. Done. Okay. Page 1, page 2. Easy. Well, I have to say, all my elms are easy. I don't do anything really complicated and out there and hard to do, really. I count on the paper for the looks. Okay, so page 1, page 2 is pocket. Page 3, what do we got? Page 3, okay. So for page 3, you need 2 flaps, 6.5 by 6. Okay, and then you need 2 pockets, 7.5 by 2 3/4. You're gonna make those exactly the way the one we just did. 2 short sides, 1 long side. And then your flaps, you're gonna score, this is 6.5. No, hang on. This is 6.5. This is 6. And you're gonna score it a 1/2 inch. Okay? These are gonna go on either end of the book. And I got out a tool for this. I don't know why I'm not using it. Again, we're just lining up our corner. This time we're going to try to put it on straight, unlike the first time. Make sure it's even along the edges of the page and down. Okay. And I'm going to do the same over here. Turn it this way. Line up the corner. I hope that's lined up because I can't really see. And I got my, I think I mentioned to you guys, I went to the eye doctor recently and had to have, some checkups and a little procedure and things. Usual. And for me, nothing unusual. I spend a lot of time at the eye doctor. And thank goodness I have insurance, because I got the bill yesterday, and I didn't have to pay anything because I have insurance, but it was like $1,600 for an eye doctor appointment. Hey, jolly girl, what you doing? Huh? Just gonna stand right there in the middle of things? Okay, there you go. Okay, so I had to have a little time with Jolly. Okay, so the pockets, both of the pockets, are gonna go here at the base of each flap. Okay. All right, there we go. And let's see, I think I'll start at the corner closest to me. And you don't want to, make sure you don't go past the score line, because you need to be able to close this pocket. So it can actually be up about maybe 1/16 of an inch from the actual base of the flap. And again, make sure things are lined up along the edge. Oof, that looks crooked, hang on. Okay, hang on. I think I'm going to need to undo again, because that looked very crooked as it was going down. I'm trying to keep it on camera so that, you can see it. People complain, and I don't blame them, because I go off camera, but when I stay on camera, I can't see it. Okay. Hang on. Let's see if we can redo that. Okay, let's try that again, and I'm going to probably bring it up where I can see it a little better. Okay. Ooh. And I like to use my little flexible ruler. I don't know if it's meant to be flexible, but it is flexible, to burnish down the tabs inside. Okay, that's linked. Both of my rulers are linked down below if you need them. Okay, let's do this one and try and get this one a little straighter first time. Okay, and I'm going to do this one the same way because that worked out better for me. Again, you always want to test fit to make sure everything is straight. It looks sort of straight. Let's see. Yep. And you can see I've got it up a little bit because, like I said, I want to reduce bulk in that fold a little bit. Otherwise, because remember we're adding mats too, so we need to make sure everything closes well. Now we have, I just want to look, so we have this page flaps like this, turns over, there's a pocket. So I think what I'm going to do is put this flap on top so this one flaps this way first, okay? I mean, you can do it however you want, it doesn't really matter, but that's how I want to do it. And I need magnets. So this one is going to go on the top flap and the base of this side. So that's going to be another 4 magnets. I think I better order magnets. I have plenty, but by the time I get to the end, I'll need them for passages probably. Oh, come on. 1. See how sticky they are? 3, 4. Okay. One there. Okay, go. And then, so I put my scrap down, just gonna let my upper magnets just drop so that I know which side is gonna stick. Put a little adhesive on the back of those. Okay, there's that. And then we are just we're gonna leave this one out of the way. We're just gonna close this one. Lift it up. Yep, it's gonna be fine. Okay, and we're just gonna put a little extra tape. Okay, that is page 3. Okay, so that's 2, that's 3, 4. What have I got for 4? Oh, okay, I know what we have for 4. I haven't done this in a while, so I thought it'd be fun. All right, so you need a belly band that is 7.5 by 1.5. Score each end at a 1/2 inch. Burnish and tape. And then you need a pocket, and the pocket is 7.5 by 5.5. So score the 2 short ends at 1/2 inch and 1 long end. So you end up with a pocket that's going to go here. Okay, let's do that first. Here I am using my nails. I have my tool right there. Okay, and we are going to put this again on the left side of our base page. I'm sorry if you can't see. I've got to pull it out. I don't want to have to undo another page. Okay, let's go. And right there. And I'm going to put this one right there. Okay. So we have a pocket. Okay. Now we have our belly band. And we're going to put the belly band right on the edge of the pocket. Okay. So when you look at the page at first glance, it just looks like a belly band, and we'll have something through it that's about, you know, a mat of some sort, but it's actually got a hidden pocket. Okay. So this one, no, I'm going to turn it this way so I can line it up. You want this to line up just with the edge of the pocket. It can overhang this way slightly away from the pocket, but not behind it, otherwise you lose the effect. Okay, there we go. So we are going to slide our over under there. There we go. So then it'll look like plain old belly band, but from this side it's got a pocket. Okay. Oops, sounds like I've got kids outside playing. Go. Okay, that is page 4. All right, so we have page 3, page 4, which I was showing it to you upside down, but it goes this way. 3, 4, doesn't really matter. Well, no, it goes this way. I had it right. Duh. All right, doesn't really matter how it goes. Okay, page 4. I have my notebook off to the side here telling me what to do on every page. Okay, now I need another base for page 5. And on page 5, we're going to do a deep pocket at the bottom. And this is 9.5 by 5.5. So this is the 9.5. You're going to score it at 1/2 inch at each end and then 1 inch along the bottom. Okay. Okay. You're going to put this deep pocket right along the bottom, as I mentioned. So let's do that. Okay. dropped it before I had it lined up. Okay, just line it up all the way along the edge. And there. And here. Okay, just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add a band that is not a full belly band, obviously, because you need to lift it up for the pocket, but we cut it to be the same size so that these two pages will kind of mirror each other a little bit. Okay, and so what I want to do is just double check. So this is 3.5. That the band on the matching page is at 3.5. So we're going to put this one at 3.5 as well, which is centered. Okay. So I'm going to actually turn it around. Lift up my tape just a little bit. We are going to put our ruler down. You could use a centering ruler for this if you want. And I am just going to put that edge up against the 3.5. Okay, there we go. That is our band. Did I put it down straight? Straight enough. Okay. And we want a magnet. Just need one for this. Well, two magnets in one spot. Okay. Put that there. Okay, go. Now, because this is so lightweight, it's got a little bit of curve in it, so we want to make sure when we bring it over and put it down with that magnet that it's nice and flat. Okay, there we go. You don't want to stretch it or make it tight, but you just want to make sure it's not bowed. Because remember, we want it to look to the eye as though it's a full belly band that's attached at both ends. Okay. And just put it at this end. Well, I'm being really awkward with that. Okay, here we go. Right. I'm picking up all of these besides the fact I'm trying to stay neat because my cat is attracted to them. Okay. All right, so that's 5. This is 6. 6 I don't have anything picked out for yet. And, oh, I do. I lied. I do have something picked out for 6. Okay, hang on. 6. Okay, 6 we have 2 flaps, 8.5 by 6, and we're just going to put one at the top and one at the bottom. Real easy. Okay. Go. Okay. And I think I'm going to have the top one open first. So let me make sure I've got the top. That's the bottom, that's the top. So the magnet is going to go on the top. Magnets, we're going to need 4 for this. I'm sorry for that noise. That is either Jolly or Holly. I'm not sure which. Playing with my vertical blinds that I have in here. Go. Okay, that's gonna go right about there. And it's page 7 that I don't have anything. Page 8 I have something in mind, but I haven't cut it yet. Page 7 I'm not going to put anything, because I say I don't have anything in mind, but I do actually have something in mind, and it doesn't involve cutting any extra pieces, so I'm kind of going to play that by ear for a little bit. Okay, got that one right about there. Okay. Well, doesn't want to pick up. That way. Okay. Go. Okay, and this is going to come down like that. There we go. And which is the top, which is the bottom. This is the top. Wait, hang on. Did I do this upside down? Hang on. I think I did these magnets upside down. Okay. That's the top. That's the top. No, I did them right. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, that's right. All right, so that is page 5, page 6. Page 7, we're not going to put anything on just yet. Page 8, I need to think. I had an idea for page 8, but now I'm not so sure I want to do it. I want to review my pages and see, because it involved pockets, and I may have too many pockets already. All right, so for here, it's flap, flap, flap. Turn it over, pocket. Here we have pockets here and flaps. Here we have belly band and a pocket. Here we have a pocket. Here we have flaps, no pocket. There's not going to be a pocket here. Let's leave 8 plain for now, and I'll see what I decide I want to do there. Because I have another idea that I might like better than my original one. You'll know by now, because you will have seen the walkthrough. Okay. I don't know how long we've been at it, but I don't think it's been very long. Let me check. What time is it? Yeah, I guess it's long enough. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. We didn't do anything terribly exciting. I'm going to stop here. When we resume in the next video, we will start matting everything. And I will have decided on what we're going to do here on page 8. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe wait until we get going with the matting. But in any event, next time we will start matting. Okay, guys, so I actually ended this video because I hadn't decided what to do on page 8. I said, well, we'll do that next time. But then I decided to go ahead with my original idea, and I thought we might as well do it and get it into this video. As you can see, I've pulled out a sheet of decorative paper, and this design went where? Here. Okay. And I have cut an 8.5 inch piece that starts right at the edge of that little heart. It goes right to the end of the flowers here. Okay? That's all we need from that. And I have a pocket here, which I need to note in my notes so that when I do the cutting guide, I have it. And it is 9.5 by 3.5. Okay, there we go, made my note. Okay, so 9.5 by 3.5. And I am going to just trim out corners. That, you don't really have to worry about these upper corners on this one. And I'm going to fold and burnish. I'm not going to tape just yet. What we're doing is a fussy cut pocket, and I haven't done one of these in a while. I know I did one in Winter Tale, my Winter Tales album, but I think I've done a few of them. I just can't remember which albums. Okay, so open everything up so it's flat. And we're going to take this piece and we are going to glue it down to the front of the pocket, right down against the fold and right against each of the side folds. Okay, so this is not like a regular mat where you leave space around it. And I am going to, I'm not really going to do a lot of inking in this album, but I do want to make sure I knock down any light edges on the paper. So you can really use whatever color you want for that. I'm not bothering with the top, I'm just doing the 2 sides and the bottom. And my glue. This is Art Glitter Glue. And we are going to glue this down. Oops. My glue is a little clogged. Using a fair bit of glue. Okay. Again, you're going to glue this with the bottom of the flowers right down along the score line of the pocket and on the 2 sides as well. Okay, burnish. Turn it over. You really want this burnished well. Okay, just like that. Okay. Just grabbing a baby wipe. I realized I didn't have one out. Now, what we're going to do is fussy cut around this design, okay? You can kind of decide exactly how you want to do it. I am going to start with this heart. So I'm coming in right through the tab, and then I'm going to cut around the heart. And I don't want this to be too low, so I'm going to go up this way around that little flower there, leaf, or whatever it is. And then let's see. I don't think I want this leaf, so I'm going to go down from here and around this little leaf here. And then I'm heading over to the flowers, and I'm going to cut there. And one thing you can do, we're getting rid of all of this, so you know, if it gets in your way, just cut it out of the way. And I know it seems wasteful, but okay, I'm going to go around that little berry. And this is a pretty heavyweight paper, so it'll be sturdy enough, you know, with this and the backing to form a good pocket. So you can leave, you know, little details like that and not be worried about it. And I'm going to go up around this leaf. And I think I want to cut down a little bit here to really feature that. Little fussy bit there out. You can use a craft knife if you prefer to do this. Okay. I'm just lifting it up a little where I can see. And I'm gonna come down here and now when I get here, I don't want to go that far down, so I'm just going to take a little curve that way. Okay, so there is our pocket. And we could put this down with glue or tape, and I think what I'm going to do is a little both. Oh, and I want to ink it as well, just to take that white core off the top. Be careful when you're putting score tape on a really long run like this. Make sure you don't stretch it. Okay, and a little bit of glue here, a little tape here. I think I'll use tape and glue on these little side pieces. Okay. So now we need to fold these in and make sure they're not sticking out above the pocket, and they're not. Okay, let's make sure this piece is not sticking up at all. It is a little bit, so I need to trim this a little more. So that when it comes up, it doesn't show there. Okay. Okay, that. And this one. This is going to be a little challenging to get this tiny little piece to stay down. So I think we'll start on that side. And okay. So we are going to put that down there. Make sure you can see. So I'm just lining this up on the bottom. This piece is very small on the end, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there, just a tiny bit, maybe some up near the corner. There we go. So essentially, it's a really long tuck spot, more than a pocket, but okay. And the reason it's sticking up is the pocket itself is sticking up a little bit. Let me see. Oh, I forgot to ink it. That's all right. I can add the ink. And I'm just burnishing it as flat as I can. Once this is matted, everything will be a little flatter. If it's sticking up too much and I feel like it needs more weight, I'll put a magnet or something. But it's probably going to be fine. And I'm just inking along this top edge to get rid of any white. Don't worry about getting ink on the back. It's going to be matted. There we go. It's bothering me sticking up like that, but I know it's going to flatten because I've done this before. Okay, now I'm going to end the video. So this page is 7. We're going to do something different there. And here's 8 with our little fussy cut tuck spot. So pocket pages, if you need help on how to make those, I have a video in my Construction Basics playlist. I will link that. There will be a link down below for the cutting guide for this project. And there will be a link to Scrap and Create where you can get your supplies. Remember, we are using Lucky Star, which I don't know what I did with the paper. I set it off to the side so I wouldn't damage it. Oh, there it is. Okay, and I have one 8x8, which has 20 sheets in it, and then I have two 12x12s, and those have 10 sheets each. So I have 20 of the 8x8 pages, and I have 20 of the 12x12. So I will see you next time, and we will get to decorating. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all those other things, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.